What's up, everybody? Hope I'm coming in clear. Y'all smash like button, y'all come through. I'll wait till you folks get in before I get started. Um, Sorry, y'all, about junk in the back. Man, I've been busy, busy, busy working. I'm gonna wait till a few folks get in before I get started here. Mm, man, bike dirty. Before I sit it back, I'm gonna wipe it down for them. Wait some folks come in. Wait some folks come in the live. Smash the like button, y'all come through. What up, Thrice? I see you in the building. Appreciate you sharing this out. It's not one of my regular lives. It's the garage tutorials. Well, I'm trying to educate some folks. What up, James? I see you in the building. Trying to educate some folks. Because folks been asking me, what all you do, what all this, how you do this, how you do that. I got people asking me everything. What up, Hot 88? Y'all smash the like button. We get about 10 likes, I'll go ahead and get started. So then y'all gonna just see the gauges. No, this is not a Harley. This is a Victory. Victory Cross Country. For those that don't know, they don't make these anymore. Actually, it was a pretty good bike. I'm mad they don't make them no more. Actually, it was a pretty good bike. Yeah, definitely a cool bike. Pretty good, cool bike. Um, I actually wanted one of these before I had got my Harley. State of Steve's on the building. What up, bro? Steve's man, I've been trying to get in contact with you, bro. I need to give you a call again. I called you last Sunday, and I texted you. I like, dang, Steve's must be so busy. You know, Steve's became so famous now. I gotta make an appointment with your assistant and secretary to get in touch with you. Man, appreciate it, appreciate it. So, really wanted to do something real quick. Like I said, people been asking me, is it is it we winning over here? Man, yeah, we winning. We winning. As you see, yeah, we winning. This customer's bike. For those that don't know, yes, I do a lot of things with bikes. I do a lot of things with cars. I do a lot of things here and there. People have been asking me and asking me and asking me, yo, New York, you put some of that stuff up. Yo, what all you do? What all this? What all that? So, start the garage tutorials where I'm putting up stuff, showing people stuff. As you see, I know y'all see the car in the background. Let me go ahead and show. Whoop, zoom in. Yep, there the car in the background. Man, she need a car wash. What up, Badler? Man, I seen the building. What's happening? What's happening? So, I'm gonna go and get started. Y'all smash the like button. I know more folks gonna tune in. I did a whole stereo overhaul on this whole bike. And when I say whole stereo, I mean a whole overhaul. Even though I did this bike years ago when the previous owner owned it, um, the new owner wanted something different. He wanted something more new age. And I was like, yeah, okay, what do you want? So he said, yo, I want my bag space. I want to do this, do that, because I had a pro audio. Let me go around. I'll show y'all real quick. This is basically the setup I had in it. Had the pro audio PRV and a sundown, eight in the bag. That's what was in there. Sound real good. But he said, you know what? I'm gonna be doing trips. I want to make sure I have more room. So for those that have been tuning, y'all already know. For those that haven't, he wanted the bags. He wanted the lids, the bags. So what we did was we did a whole 1 inch pro tweeter in it. And this is for an 8, but with everything going on right now, I can't get the 8 right now. Because this whole epidemic, for y'all don't know, y'all should know the epidemic going on. So what I told him was, I said, you know what? Let me do a 6.5 in here instead, and I'll make a mount for it, make a bracket for it. And as y'all see, there it is right there. The Crescendo PWX sits right in there safely, sits in there nicely. Shout out to my dog, JP from Down for Sound. That's why I get everything from him. JP was like, I don't know when anything coming in. He said, I'm just starting to get stuff in here and there because stuff had been closed. So I said, you know what? Let's just roll with this right now so I don't have to keep my man waiting. We went from the regular lid to the speaker lids. I'll show you what the regular lids look like. Sorry, y'all, for the mess. Boy, I've been working. This is the original factory lid that was on here. Still in good shape. Took everything off of it. I actually did a whole tutorial on this whole switch out. Y'all can go check it out, a whole tutorial. That was on my last live. And I said, you know what, I was gonna do a live with everything kind of done. And for anybody that needs a tutorial and everything on anything, basically, like I said, I made a mount for the 6.5 to fit. Which when you open the inside, don't worry about the bag. All that's gonna be carpeted. The carpet still on back order, so I told them just roll like this right now. When the carpet comes in, we're gonna carpet this whole thing, and you won't even see that no more like that. But basically, let me put it in. Basically, made a whole 6.5 inch ring to 8 inch ring with the Pro Tweeter in it, the one quick disconnect, and that's how we rolling. And then I also changed these to brand new 5 1/4. Hold up, there we go. Brand new 5 1/4. I changed these two. With one disconnect because he said he wanted to be able to take the bag on and off. Y'all sorry about the dirt and dust in here. Man, I was in here with my saw and everything else cutting up stuff for this. So I went ahead and changed those back out to 5 1/4. And in the front was still good. They're 6.5. Crescendo Pro UN series in the front that stuck in here with the Pro Tweeter sitting on that side behind it. All that was still good. So the only thing I really changed out was the back. Because it was 6.5 in the back, but I took them 6.5 out the back, put up here in the front, gave some brand new 5 1/4 back in the back because he wanted to be able to take this off and on because this comes off and on. And what I did was, I know y'all see the cable running right here, running down. It's a quick disconnect in the back here that looks just like the ones in the bags. So you can just, boom, take it out. So you grinding. Yeah, Badland, man, I'm always grinding. I'm always working. Shoot, I don't never stop. Sorry, I had to put that up there because I had to lay the fender on it. And also, a few other things. He ordered the LED headlight was all in one, but that's on back order too. So I thought when it comes, I'll stick it on the same time I stick on that I do the carpet. And as y'all see, this bag is set up the same way. See, like I said, they had the speakers on the side right here. Instead of him getting new bags, because these bags are hard to find now, I said, look, we can just put the carpet over it. And what I do is I put a block over it from behind when the carpet comes in so that'll block that off. Just bolt it in from behind. Just put something in to block it from behind, put the carpet in, it'll look much better. As you see, transferred everything from one lid to another. Hold up, let me rotate my device. There we go. And yeah, actually sounds pretty good. I was actually gonna play it live, which I am. I'm gonna play some copyright-free music. Shout out to my dog, Tanner So Lit. Courtesy of him, I got y'all trying to tell y'all need beats. My dog, Tanner. ChosenBeats.club. I'm plugging it all the time. You see it in the description in here. That's where I get all my beats and stuff from to do all my intros, commercial, outros, everything. Y'all seen him in the lives before. He's been in there. And he's not just no overnight producer. He's a good Grammy-nominated producer. He did stuff for Twister, Jill Scott, and so on and so forth. So, I know some people might ask what tweeters is in here. This is basically the audio pipe, 1-inch Pro Tweeter. I like using these because for one, they're black and they stealth for one. And I wish these was out when I did mine. I would have did mine the same way. And it just blends in with the whole thing. And like I said, he wanted to make sure he had enough bag space to put his stuff in, to put his bag in, put everything in. For when he's not rocking a tour pack because he wanted to take his tour pack on and off. I told him I was him, I would leave it on, but hey, that's him. So I just said, you know what? I wire it up so he can just disconnect it. 1, 2, 3. I know some people might ask how I got everything wired up. The amp actually sits. The amp used to sit back in the back. I used to have 2 amps back here. I converted them over to one nice size B 4-channel amp. It actually sits up here, sits in the inside of here with the factory amp. I was going to do a whole live show on that, but I was like, I didn't want nobody taking my ideas because I did something different than anybody else would do. Because I want to make sure airflow stayed in there. There's actually 2 fans mounted in here that's pulling heat away and throwing the heat out the bottom toward what you see the radiator down at the bottom. It's throwing it out toward the bottom to keep it cool. Just base some airflow coming in and keeping it cool. I'm trying to think what else. So that's it. Without further ado, I'll go ahead and play a little something real quick. Real quick. And I'm going to use my phone to do it. So I'm going to make sure both Bluetooth dialogues is on. I'll switch it on real quick. Make sure you turn it down because this thing is loud. And that sounds real good. Plays real good. Plays loud. Okay, I see the Bluetooth just connected. Plays real good. Plays real loud. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up something real quick.
That's time I got that heat. Let's go.
Sounds real good. Oh, I feel the bass from it. give y'all a quick little sound real quick. Sounds clear, sounds good, sounds nice and crisp like it should, and the bass is there. Bass is there. You would not think that these yeah, y'all smash like, but what up, Karma? Smash like when you up in here. You would think 6.5s wouldn't bump the way they would bump, but they do. And then people might ask, how it sounds so good, how it sound this. Everything is crossed like it's supposed to be crossed. Everything is crossed like it's supposed to be crossed. The front stage, crossed totally different than the backstage, but it complements one another. What up, Ray? Now, yeah, Ray, you just made it. You literally just made it. Made it right on time. Trying to think what else. Ray, you ain't really missed nothing. I'm just showing. I know you followed along with the build. I basically had to take this whole bike apart. Reconnect. There we go. I will say this. It sounds good. Sounds real good. Nice simple highway setup. Not too crazy, but just right.
Downtown, I got that heat. Let's go.
Also, for those that haven't been really following the build, they're just now seeing this. Everything is worked off of a control module, Bluetooth control module. Shout out to Cool Stream. I will tag them in this. Plugs right up, powered right up, used for anything. But it works for the old iPod and new iPod setup. So that's what came in these victories. So I wouldn't have to worry about changing the radio. So he just wanted some Bluetooth sound. So it just worked out real good for him. For doing it this way, sounds real good. As good as my truck. I don't know, Ray. This thing is loud. In fact, crank it because I want the battery to go dead. But sounds real good. Performance exhaust on here sounds real good. Everybody ready? Ready. Music sounds good in it. Good on it. And everything is controls, everything still works. But being it's just a Bluetooth module, he has a mount almost like mine that I'm gonna end up installing once he comes to pick it up. I'll put it on for him so he can put his phone up here. I might put it on this side. But I don't think he's doing a drink holder. He said if he is, he's gonna get that one drink holder that bolts and hangs down. So we'll go ahead and put his stuff where he'd be good to go. Put his stuff where he'd be good to go, and man, he sound real good. Like I said, I got a few more things to button up on this. Really just trying to break in everything, especially a couple new speakers that I put on here. And he's gonna be ready for the road because he said he want to go travel, want to go ride, and he want to make sure he had his bag space. For those just tuning in, want to make sure he had his bag space. He got it. He got it. Only thing we waiting on, like I said, we're on the carpet so we can get rid of that. I'm gonna keep the sound dead in there just for him. Just gonna put the carpet and stuff right over there. You see, they're gonna disconnect. There's one quick disconnect. It's wired at a 2-channel. Which is your tweeter, your mid, and man, yeah, comfortable for the rider. Yeah, right. That's what it is. He wanted it comfortable. He wanted to be able to, he actually has a bag that's shaped the size of this, an actual bag, like how I got my tour pack bag, and it'll fit nicely in here. Tuck it down, close it up, lock it up. He can put his rain gear on that side. And what I did for him was on both bags, I put a drain plug on for him, because these don't come with drain plugs. So I put a drain plug in it to where if he has his rain suit on and he takes it off and it's still wet, it has time to drain out. It drains straight on out because the carpet is indoor-outdoor carpet like what's in a boat, but better than a boat. And it'll just drain on out and won't keep it all extra crazy for him. And then he still has this tour pack that he can use at any time to use for anything. One of the only things he did ask, he said, hey, I do want to take this on and off. Because you can't take this on and off, it's a hassle. You got to take the bags off, take this off. And I said, okay, so what I'm going to do is, what I did was I ran him right here. It comes right along with the factory wiring harness. And it's a quick disconnect right there. You can't see it, but it's right there. It's basically a military grade, water resistant, weather resistant, waterproof, water resistant, whatever you want to call it. Basically connection right here. So when you're ready to take it off, just pull it up, disconnect. It only connects one way, so he can't mess that up. He cannot mess that up at all. So that's basically it. Also, he ordered the carpet for this as well. I talked him into it. I said, hey, go ahead and order the carpet for this. If you're going to do it for this, let's do it for this as well. You just get the carpet for just the bottom. You ain't got to carpet the whole thing. He went and got the whole foam thing because it's formed with this. So I know it's looking a little nasty right now, but I'll show y'all real quick. With this, it will cover up this whole area. It comes all the way up, all the way down, all the way around the speakers and everything. Because I had to cut those basically so these 5 1/4s will fit, because the 5 1/4s that came in here are so narrow it ain't funny. So when I put the carpet in there, I'm gonna cover all that up. Cover all that up for them. Or I might just leave it open for them so speakers can breathe, because it's using this whole thing as a box. And that's why these 5 1/4s are actually bumping really, really hard right now. Really, really hard right now. Smash like when we're in here. Please smash like when we're in here. So just wanted to give an update of everything. As you see, this bag is the same way. For those that don't know, those were the factory lids where it was just enclosed, no speaker. And he said, "Hey, I want to maximize my room. Can I get the speaker lids to go on top?" I said, "Yeah, you sure can. You get them a 6 inch, 8 inch, so you got them in the 8." But the thing about it was, being with this whole epidemic now, I can't get the 8s that I want to get to go in here, which is the same Crescendo PWX 8s. I couldn't get those at all. So I said, you know what? Look, I'm already going to switch things around. I got a brand new set of 5 1/4s I'll throw in here for you, and I'll take the 6.5s out of here and put down here, because 6.5s I had to fit in there. They was taking up a lot of space because they had to go in through that way and push forward. So I said, you know what? Let's switch them around. Took them out of there, put them in the lids, and like I said, it sounds good. I'll give you a quick demonstration for those just coming in. Real quick as we reconnect. There we go. Reconnect back to the live.
That time I got that heat, let's go.
And the bass is there. As you see, he still got his room. Pretty good. I said, sounds pretty good, nice and loud, nice and crisp. Believe it or not, the bass is there. Everything is crossed. It's crossed right. When I say crossed over right. The back, I got it crossed at basically 80, between 82 to 85 hertz, somewhere along in there. The tweeters already have the block out the bass on them, already sitting up on them already. So nothing but just highs going straight to that. The 5 1/4s in the back are crossed over. I think I crossed them at 130 hertz up, something like that. It was nothing crazy. Just to have a nice little nice crisp sound to it. Front stage, which is basically Crescendo Pro Audio UN series and Scar Audio Pro tweeters, all sitting here together in a custom little thing that I put together that I did a long time ago. All I did was just freshen it up a little bit, and man, he's getting a lot of wattage out of this bike, a lot of wattage. But I got those crossed at basically 120 hertz. You said a bag cooler. See a bag cooler at? I don't have a bag cooler, but yeah, basically. Everything crossed right, everything sounding right. Now y'all see the car off the mirror. But for those just tuning in, like I said, 4-channel lamp sitting in here. I made a mount for it which sits up, and I actually have 2 fans that sit behind it. 2 little small mini PC fans that I had left over. I wired in, stuck them behind to pull that heat off, because within here, I don't know how much I really don't know how much heat is, air is flying in. And not only that, you got this light sitting up here. Light might be just throwing off heat, even though this is getting changed to a LED light. Might be throwing off heat with the drain double as a cooler. Oh yeah, they can. Yeah. So Ray, being you say that, it's crazy. One of his bags, I told him, I said, hey, that bags you got, you can use them as a cooler. So you can set a whole little cooler in here. And with the drain plug, I know y'all can't see it. The drain plug is back there in the back. All this is gonna get covered up with carpet and sealed off. Instead of him buying new bags, because they don't make Polaris and do Victories anymore, it's hard to find these bags, and when you find them, they're expensive. So I said, instead of you buying new bags, let's just do that. That way it'll be sealed off. But that's on back order. That won't be here until I think the middle of September. So I said, instead of me holding the bike to the end, roll around when it comes in, and you get it, just bring it up here. I put it in. It'll take me all of 30 minutes to do it all, or less, to do all that. And I said, but you already have paid me for it already. So what we'll do is, like I said, it has the drain plug sitting back there. I'll just dump the ice and add the drinks and ride. You know what? That would be a nice idea, but I wouldn't do that. And this is why I wouldn't do that, Ray. Not because this is sitting here. You got electronics rolling through here. Even though the one thing I'm waiting on will be here tomorrow is the clips, so I can clip them to this end. So all you gotta do is throw it in the bag, and you see the holes cut off in the bag, and it clips. But he could do that, but he already has bags, and he said one of them he's going to use as a cooler anyway. And I think he was going to do this side. Whatever side he said he's putting his rain gear on, he was going to put the cooler in with it, keep his drinks in it, keep them cold, and that's it. So he'll be good to go. Well, crap. Didn't think about that. Now, yeah, Ray, you got to think about that as well. So what I told him to do was, I said, well, if you already got the bag for this and this, like for my bike, I use my tour pack. I got a small bag cooler. I'll throw a couple of waters in it, or I'll throw a beer in it, whatever. And I keep it in there with my, instead of using bags of ice, I use the ice package you freeze. And I got the thick ones that are like this big. Yeah, they're about this big. And I just throw them in there, and that stays colder longer. And then you already know with my drink cup, I put ice in that, it lasts all day. I was riding yesterday, it was 90-degree weather, and ice stayed in there all the way till this morning. It was still ice in there this morning, because I just left the ice in it and left it sitting here in the garage, closed up, sealed up, here in the shop, and it stayed. So just want to put this out there, y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with me with these garage tutorials. I know it's not part of my live, but live podcast coming tomorrow. I almost talked him into getting the speaker conversion for that, but I told him, you know what? You're going to have enough sound. You ain't got to do all that. I said, let's just go ahead and leave that a pocket, and you can throw your stuff in there, whatever you want to throw in there when you're rolling. I said, well, let's change to the lock so it can lock. So you order the locks for that. When that comes in, and the carpet liners for this, which is the outdoor carpet liners, and a few other things come in, I'll throw it in. I'll do a whole tutorial on that as well, so people get a chance to see it. But for those just tuning in, you hear what it sounds like. Sounds good. Just on 15. What up, MC? Sounds good. Real good. Nice and crisp. Like, my pants are literally doing this from the base. Just off them 6.5. Thumping that hard. And no, there's nothing else in the bag but just that. Now imagine when I seal that up. Imagine when I seal that up, it's going to hit even harder. Shout out to MC up in the building. Salute MC. MC, know you just tuning in. It's a customs bike I did real quick. Everybody wants to see outside stuff, so that's why I named it Garage Tutorial. What's the 8s or 10s? Man, those are 6.5s. 6.5s, bro. Bumping like that. Hold on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you real quick so you see. Hold up. All right, come on, phone that right. Here we go. Just so you see. PWX. These are 6.5s. 150 watts RMS. I got I got about 150, 160 watts RMS going to them. Got them crossed just right. And yes, they sound like 10s. They surprise everybody all the time. Shout out to my dog JP from Down for Sound because he taught me these years ago, and I've been stuck on the Crescendo brand ever since. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other brands out there, but I don't know. And these are not even subs, these are mids. But they sound like subs and they sound like 10s. Just like you said, it sound like my pants are doing this every time the bass hit. My pants are just shaking, shaking, shaking. And you can actually hear it nice and clear. Like I sat on the bike and I was like, yo, it sounds good. And I could actually, when I took a ride and I was going 50 miles, 60 miles an hour, I could still hear the bass from these. Because the way these are aimed, they're aimed to come right at your ear. So I can still hear everything. The Pro Tweeters in here. Shout out to Audio Pipe for the Pro Tweeters. They were sounding real good. I got NVX 5 1/4 in the back here because he wants to take the bag off and on. So as you see, running right here with the factory wiring, there's a quick disconnect. Right by the quick disconnect that's down there, that goes with the whole thing. So he just takes two things apart, whoop, pulls it right on off, and done. Shine like it should when I can hear it well enough. Well, I don't know. It might not be coming through the phone as good, but I'm telling you, I'm standing beside it and my pants are doing this. They just steady shaking. And the more I turned it up, they started shaking real fast. I was like, dang. I was like, that's how much bump was coming from it. But I mean, it sounds good. Y'all smash like button when y'all up in here. Sounds good. Like I said, there's some UNs up in the front, UN series. I don't want to run the battery down because I've done that already. Crank it up. So I've done that already. Sitting in here adjusting and playing with it, and I forgot to hook up my charge up to it. For those that are into Victories, it does have a Victory performance exhaust. That Victory offered from the factory. I mean, it sounds good. Woo! Does sound good. So, like I said, those just tuning in. What up, Beth? I see you in the building. Those just tuning in. Just finished the whole overhaul of this bike. Man, it was a mess. It was a pain. Because some other stuff that was done to this, other stuff somebody tried to do to this bike. For those that don't know, I've done this bike years ago. Man, years ago. I can't remember exactly when. Yeah, State of Steezo's up in the building. He's up in here somewhere. I know he's probably in the garage work, but I know he's tuned in listening. Yeah, so shout out to my dog, State of Steezo. Shout out to Steezo in the building. But went ahead and did a whole complete overhaul. For those that have been following along, I'll go ahead and say it one more time. Changed from the factory lids. These were the actual factory lids. I know I'm probably moving fast. Come on, camera, catch up. There we go. Changed from the factory lids. Off from the factory lids. Bye-bye factory lids. And I did a whole tutorial on these lids right here. Y'all can definitely go check it out. Hold up. I'll definitely go check it out. Turn the camera around. So that's basically about it. I've been out here in this shop sweating like hell. I had finally got done. There we go. Had finally got done. And I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this up there so everybody can see. Dark Hunter 87. What's happening? What's happening? I don't know who you are, but what's happening? Appreciate you rolling through. Smash the like button while you're up in here. So really want to do a quick little live, real quick. And no, this is not a Harley, but I'm gonna sit my Harley hat down. I know I should hit the button right there, bruh. But went on ahead and like I said, I did a whole works to this bike, and it's solid. It's ready to go. Sounds good. Just waiting for the carpet to come in. It's on back order. Barbara cut my hair. Oh, well, that's a good thing. Like I said, once that comes in, all this will be carpeted and cleaned up. It's gonna look totally different, totally new. I told Melissa, let's carpet the bottom. You got to really worry about the top. Let's carpet the bottom, get it done up right. I get it sealed in for them, and the base is even going to hit harder because all that'll be sealed in. For those that watched the tutorial, you saw that I put brand new gaskets all the way around with it that came with the whole kit. Kit actually wasn't that much in price. And I already know. Guy already said, he said, I already know your work. He said, I was going to make want to take a road trip. So I'm like, hey, get ready to take that trip. Get ready to take that trip. Get ready to take that trip. Period. And I know somebody might ask what NVXs I use. This was them right here. For the back, this is what's back here. In the tour pack back here. The NVX series, the VSP 525s. They sound pretty good. And the power wattage is, 80 watts RMS pretty good. I got right now, I think I got it I got it tuned down to only about 75 watts RMS going to him till they break in. I told him once he come back with the stuff and he's riding all week, I'll retune him to put out even more. Put out even more for him. Switch this off real quick. I don't want this battery running dead. Want the battery running dead. That's it in the hand. That's it in this nutshell. Ain't much else to really talk about with it. Nice little setup. Like I said, we were supposed to do 8s in here, but we couldn't get those 8s. I even called my dog JP. He said, "Yeah." I even called Crescendo too. He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Crescendo's not making anything right now because of this whole epidemic." So I said, "That's cool. We're just gonna go to 6.5 because I know those sound just as good." And he sounded good. Sound good. Shout out to MC. He just dropped a video. What up, Tech Free Needs? I'll see you in the building. Um, so for those that just tuning in, like I said, the 4-channel amp is up here in the front, sitting up here. What I did was I made a mount for it to where it sits at an angle. Because there's plenty of room behind it, so it sits at an angle. But there's some fans behind it. Based some PC fans. I had a bunch of them from, I don't know, I've had them a long time. And I took and they're brand new in the pack. So I took them out, made sure they work. Even though they're brand new, they were older, but never used. Took them out of the box, took them out of the pack, make sure they work. They work. Got them plugged in straight from the amp to every time the amp comes on, they cut on it. What it does is it draws the heat off of it from off the heat sink because it has the little holes in the back. I had to sit right in the hole, draw off the heat sink, and it's blowing it right out the back down here, just blowing it straight down. Not even on the rider, just straight down. And with him riding, he's good to go. I'm also waiting on the cover. He has the cover for that, for the battery. We'll stick that on. So I'll just blow the heat straight down to the ground, straight down to the ground. Just pulling the heat off the amp to keep the amps cool because with this being sealed off, I don't know how much air is going in here. And I told him that's what I did with mine. When I did my install for my amps in there, I said I got basically sitting on a little mini amp rack with fans underneath it. And I hear it when it first cuts on, but then when the bike run, I don't hear it. It's real, real low. It's a little hum noise. And it's just keeping the air pulling off from the amp, so it keeps them cool. And I've rode my bike 12, 13 hours straight with no issue, so I know it's going to be the same for him. So that's basically about it, y'all. I want to make sure I put this out there, and that's why I call it Victory, because this is a Victory cross country. What year? Somebody might ask. This, I think, is a 2010 or 11. They're all about the same. Too bad I don't make these anymore. And I also have another one that I'm gonna be doing, which is a Victory Vision, which is a good friend of mine, a club brother of mine. He wants to change this whole stuff out, but I think we're not gonna do that to the winter because on the Victory Vision, the mirror sits up here. He has these mirrors to plug in, and we're gonna take that mirror out, and I'm gonna make a mold for it. Use my probably go to my boy's shop, use a CNC machine, make a mold cut for it off the grill, and have it just basically bowed in so you can have 2 sets of speakers on each side up in the front. Because he wants to keep all his room, so you have them up here in the front, which I'll probably do a 3-stage, probably like a Pro Tweeter, a mid, and a mid-range and mid-bass up front for him. And then for his back, because his sits kind of funny, it's 5/4 in the back. So I put him a Pro Audio 5 1/4 in the back, which I actually got still sitting over here. I got a set of them that I told him I let him get that I ended up not using for a previous project I had to do. So switch the camera around so you ain't got to see all that junk. So with that being said, wipe this camera. Dang, there we go. With that being said, that's the end of the live. Y'all definitely be safe out there and tune in. I got more Garage Chronicles coming up, and also I do have some Copart walkarounds coming this week. How much for the deuce and a quarter? Man, you can't afford that deuce and a quarter. Priceless. That's what it is. That deuce and a quarter priceless, man. It's dirty right now because I ain't had time to even clean it. I drove it the other day to go to the car wash. Car wash was so packed. I was like, F this. I ain't even filming. I just drove the car and turned around and drove home because I was sitting there for so long. But let me see you funny. It's not for sale. Do have a live tomorrow. Y'all tune in. Y'all definitely don't want to miss that. I'm going to drop the promo for that here in a little bit, probably in the next hour or two. I'm going to drop the promo for it. So till then, y'all be safe out there because crazy ass people out here. Be safe. Also, reach out to people you reached out to for a while because, man, mental health is a crazy thing out here. It's very, very crazy out here. And I preach this all the time because I see it all the time. I saw it today at Walmart today, and I was like, look at this crap. You know, just whew, boy. Let's just say it should have been Help Me Help You segment. I couldn't film it where I was at. But Anyway, and reach out to people you reached out to for a while, and also squash beef with beef. Life's too short to be having beef with everybody. So until then, y'all be safe out there. Peace.